Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one is going to be on Dexter Lumis Silence. So Dexter is the free poster for this MLC. He looks awesome. They did a really great job on his design. Poster art looks great. He's a modern era focus striker. He has the raw link. Any color moves start with one more move point. Modern era gems do 5% more damage, and then the stock silence gear. He is a trainer. At 26k, multiple gems will do 45% more damage. There are a lot of cases where this is actually going to be better than Matt. For example, I threw him on DX Army HBK, and before the buff, it was 91,500 damage with Dexter and 89,000 with Matt. After the buff, it was 152k versus 133k. So the bigger the silence gems get, the better he is over Matt. Breakpoint is likely 3 or 4, where they're about even. You know, Matt's probably better on like 2s, maybe even 3s, depending on how how the equation works out. But yeah, so for those of you that don't have Matt, good news. For those of you that use Matt a lot and need an extra, also good news. So the coachability is really good. I'm gonna have 4 move sets for you guys today. I'm gonna have this strap equipped. Of note, there is the green move damage medal. That'll be notable for one particular set. The Fury set is not maxed out on this one. I'm going to start off with this skill plate, the All Heart. Whenever you generate 3 or more sub gems, increase your green gem damage by 100%. Going to put the Sheik plate on for the build right after this. So first move set, rear naked choke, 8 MP sub. Choose 7 gems to make into black gems. Do 146k 4 turns. Remaining turn into silence. Luthez press, 7 MP green, deal 156k damage, increase the damage of all your gems by 35% for 1 turn. Slingshot suplex, 7 MP green, deal 153k damage, choose a 4x4 area to make into trap gems. Broken by you, deal 0 damage and make 7 random gems into green gems. Broken by your opponent, deal 280k damage. Entourage, double yellow MP, we got Cena, we got Kofi, and then we got China and Lacey for more green gem damage. This moveset I think is probably something people want to look at if they don't have a Sheik plate and they do have an All Heart. It's surprisingly hard. So yeah, let's take a look at it and see how it goes. The one thing I will say is it's kind of old school in the sense that you have to manufacture your green match. Also potentially in feud, maybe you swap out China for an MP, or an MP match like Hollywood Hogan kind of thing. I haven't had too much trouble getting it loaded. You're going to have to use this as a choose move to match greens. You can see right here, we can get a 3 match. We manipulate the board a little bit more. We can potentially get more matches, but yeah, not too hard typically to make a green match. So that is a case where in feud you would have absolutely wanted the MP trainer, right? Now we're gonna hit this. Hopefully our green gems are still buffed because we got pinned. I think they are. Yeah, 67k per green. You're gonna put your trap on a 3 match. 3 is kind of the sweet spot. So we're gonna break these 3 yellows and turn the board green. Dom also isn't the best option because these heal gems, any heal gem is a 0 damage, right? So he's also not going to show the full max damage, although Dexter does have a 50% gem damage boost right now. You can see that was 4.2 million reduced from 5. And then you're recycling your moves. Typically, and I can run him with this moveset on somebody without the heal gems down, and you can see how hard it hits. I think the best I managed was like 7 million on a really nice cascade. Also, you could refill the yellow and like double sub and stack your potentially your all heart twice. Really, it's whatever you want to do, you know. The greens are going to be loaded after the first time. So you could, like I said, do this sort of thing where you're going to try and load the yellow move again. It's really up to you at this point how you want to play it. But we could really look to take advantage of the skill plate. And probably we'll just do that since I loaded the yellow again. Of course he's gonna pin me because, you know, why would I want to show how hard he can hit? I can't think of a reason. Yeah, we lost the buff, it looks like. Whatever, let's just hit it again. Because we can. $86K. And I think I'm gonna get rid of these loot box gems here. $5.8 reduced to 5.5. So like I said, if you don't have a Sheik plate, I really think this moveset is going to have a lot of potential. You do run the risk of not being able to set up a green cascade or a yellow. You can do either or depending. So there is that. I have not had much trouble with that though. Usually you can manufacture something on the board. So there's that. Alright. I don't think I really need to run it against somebody else. I think you guys get the picture. I accidentally had it on 2x speed. Sorry about that. I will turn it down to 1.25 because I know there's people that want to watch it in regular or slower speed, so you can actually see the moves. So, gonna put the Sheik plate on. Of course, that's whenever you activate a green move, increase your green move damage by 100% for 2 total turns. That's this. Okay. This one, Bailey is going to be really nice for. One of the reasons I took her to 6-star was for people that use triple green movesets, for like live, things like that. So she's going to come in quite handy here. I should probably move to that screen. And then we're just going to keep the green gem damage trainers on after this. You could index the move damage, but I feel like the green is going to be better anyway since we're blowing up the board. This is actually very reminiscent of Dakota's build, but instead of a drip plate, we're using a Sheik plate to buff the move damage. The move we swapped in is only 4 MP. Bulldog, deal 127k damage, choose a 3x2 area to swap into black gems. It's actually a pretty cool move. I love that it's low charge. Going to be a lot of utility there in other modes as needed. And this moveset is quite good. So we're going to start out 588, 599, 488. Yeah, it's quite good. 3 does seem to be the sweet spot. You can try 2. Sometimes you'll miss trap gems to break. I do feel like 3 has been the sweet spot for me though. Now we're up to 600 and 756k respectively. We're gonna do like 2 million damage just in move damage before we even hit the move. Oops, I broke too many. That was really poor job by me. Yeah, that was only a 4 million hit. That was a really bad job by me. I'm gonna run this one twice. Oops, I also didn't turn the speed down. Scrub. There we go. 1.2 million now on this Thez press. It is not going to go more than 2 turns. 1.1 million on this one. Yeah, you're gonna be done in 2 turns with Dexter at the longest. So really easy wins. I'm gonna run that one once more though. Yeah, I'll try a 2 cascade potentially, because that's 14 green gems. It's very unlikely you'll miss, but it's me. But that's probably your best chance for top end is 2. 3 you're pretty much never gonna miss. I think it's basically impossible to miss with 3. I shouldn't say that because I could probably manage it. 2 is your a little bit more risk but much higher reward. I love that move animation actually. So let's go down here in the corner. We'll try 2. Very nice. .2, reduced a little bit. He is gonna kick out. But yeah, you're gonna 1 to 2 cycles. Most of the time it's probably gonna be 2. Sometimes 1. He's very similar to Dakota, but he's green instead of black. So no drip plate, but you can use the Sheik plate here. The sub move set actually works pretty slick. That one was surprisingly good. And there's a couple more that we're gonna see after this. These first 2 I think are his best 2. Million here. .2. Another 1.2-ish. I'll go for 2 again. Kind of worked pretty okay that first time. Maybe, no, looks like we're doing 3. That's a pretty nice break, honestly. You can see he's down all the way to 420k hit points. So yeah, really good moveset. I like it a lot. Next moveset, I see this as being more like a boss battle moveset if there's ever a silence boss. This would be a 5-star moveset. Potentially you could run it. I do have EO on for this one, and there's a reason for that. Mainly because I don't have a black move damage medal. I just don't want to switch it. So that's really why that's there, or why she's there. I know she's super rare, but it's not really going to affect the gameplay that you're going to see, to be honest, because like I said, I don't have a black move damage medal equipped, so kind of making up for that. Any of your 2 MP black MP trainers will work. Also, I'm not really going to worry necessarily about like a feud sort of build, because I don't think you should probably ever run this one in feud. There's better stuff. But you would swap out Santa Hogan at 17k with these 2 2 MP trainers, so you need 3, and that should get you a lot closer to loaded, because you're going to have 4, 6, 8, 9, and then you should be loaded up, right? So anyway, spinning Spinebuster, 8 MP black, deal 161k damage plus 34k for every silence gem. Belly to back suplex leg drop combo, deal 260k damage, make 36 random into silence, and open hand uppercut, 7 MP black, 149k damage, 11 random into black. This move can kind of reload itself and everything else. So we're at boss battle. I would actually go with Woods and then Alundra for the matchy match. But I don't have a black move damage medal on, so I'm like, oh, I'll just throw EO on for funsies. Kind of give you an idea that there's a decent amount of move damage here too. But I would personally, for boss battle, have Alundra right there. And then honestly, probably Hollywood right here for my roster. If it was a black silence gem boss, that would be quite good. And I'm not going to go against Dom. I know he's 6-star and Dexter 6-star, but he overwrites gems with his heal gems. So I just kind of want to give a look more what it's like. So I'm just going to go against Ivar. Let me know what you think in the comments if you're disappointed by that. Although, like I said, this build isn't one I would run over one of the other two ones I did, like for feud or anything. So I'm going to run the next two against Ivar so you can get an idea basically of how hard it would hit, what it would look like in comparison, right? So, there, I mean, you could hit the 300k damage and, you know, hope you fill it or whatever. It doesn't really matter, though. Get the match. Hit the finisher. Silence gems everywhere. Didn't really get the break we wanted because we didn't refill the first move itself. Oh, I don't have any tour perks either, by the way. Should mention that. Dexter does get 2 MP to start and 50% gem damage, also silence boost, so there is that. Not a lot of silence gems left on the board, so we're not going to do a crazy amount of damage with the Spinebuster there. A million. Then you're just back to recycling it, right? So in boss battle, most of the time you'd just be able to spam all three like repeatedly, and that's why I think you would be good, right? Because you don't have the break, the finisher doesn't end your turn, etc. Alundra and Hollywood in 1-3 match is going to load pretty much all your stuff. That's a 3 MP for 7, so that's going to basically load all your stuff. And that's how I would run them. As a fighter, you're gonna want to get him 6-star because the trap gem move is the 6-star move, and that's where he gets really good. There's usable stuff before that. The last moveset is probably what I would run for all the tours for the month, and I can talk about that. I mean, so you could just spam this move again if we wanted. We can hit this. We can end it at this point. I don't really like the Spinebuster animation, honestly. That'll do it for this. Last moveset. This is the one you're probably going to use most of the month. I believe 4-star is when this will start working. Pretty sure 4-star. Before 4-star, you're probably just going to want to use that black move and spam black gems is probably how I would go about it. But I would actually, for the tours, once you have tour perks and stuff, you'll replace Cena with the sub coach, Zombie AJ, and then just super sub will get you through almost all the tours. You probably will rarely need the finisher. And yeah, let's move the sub you guys have seen. So the remaining move you haven't seen is the Swanton Bomb. 8 MP yellow, deal 173k damage, make 36 silence into yellow. So this is where it's like Dakota as well, where you use the finisher and then you turn them. So sub to load the finisher, then finisher, and then you turn the gems, right? But I would go super sub for the tours to start. Replace Cena with AJ once you have tour perks, zombie AJ, and then Strowman with like Shelton, right? And because he's got a really good sub, this is doing 1 million this way. Again, just going to go against Ivar because I don't think there's any need to go against a 6-star. He's not going to hit crazy hard at this. Once you have him 6-star, you should be using the Trap Gem move, one of the first 2 build sets. It's much, much better. Much more effective. Yeah, sure, whatever. Then you'll flood the board with silences, and then you're going to turn them all yellow and recycle. Considering how long the sub is and stuff, it's actually a really nice move set. You can see it doesn't hit super hard. That's a 1.8 million. So it doesn't hit really hard, right? But super sub in that moveset should get you through all the tours. Like once you hit 4-star, 3-star, I would just use the spam the black gem move, right? Load up on your flat black gem damage, so like Santa Hogan, Zombie Edge if you have Zombie Edge, and whoever flat black is for the trainer. And that should get you through the 3-star stuff till you get to 4-star. Again, to recap, if you have a spare cheek plate, this is pretty much probably 2 cycle wins. If you don't and you have an all heart, this is probably going to get you a lot of wins after the sub. On technically your second turn after the sub, you can load the sub and hit the sub twice and give yourself a double buff. Yeah, I think Dexter's really good. Let's kind of talk about where he fits in. So the fact that he's going to be better than Matt in some cases on some superstars is pretty big for the 6-star training ability. Also for people that don't have Matt, or if you don't have enough, like if you don't have an affiliation for Matt and you find you're short on him. So I'm going to give his trainer a pretty big thumbs up and worth taking to the 26k mark. And then as far as like my roster and where he fits in, he's obviously not as good as Rocker. Butch is really a 2-turn win, or a 2-cycle win, I'm sorry, with the Reds. He does have the Judgment Day option, right? I think Cody's better. Who else have we had recently? Cross is probably better. There's somebody else I think I missed. I'm going to scroll to the bottom and see who I'm missing. That's pretty dang good as well, that I don't have on my roster. Oh, yes. Hall of Fame Andre. Very good feuder, right? So, not Hall of Fame Andre, I'm sorry. Legendary Striker Andre. That's the other one. He's very, very good at feud, especially with this moment. So, yeah. But as far as my roster goes, I'm going to take him to 6-star. 1, he's the only Dexter. Happen to really like him. I think his gimmick's pretty cool. I do think that silence moveset will be pretty good on a silence boss. Actually really good, so I like that. He's also focused. My focus is getting a little deeper, but is still not maybe as good as some of the other styles for boss battle. So like I like him better than Stunning Steve. I actually think I like him better than Honky Tonk Man at this point. He's fine for green. Honky Tonk Man is black. Dexter's gonna have the ability to hit harder, grow his damage with a Sheik plate. Could potentially do some funky stuff with the Nuso cap plate too, with the silence gems. That's really funky. So he's somebody, honestly, I'll probably take him to 6-star next month for some of my talent up guys. I like him better than most of them. Lashley is the one that probably would get the closest. Striker Lashley's very good. So it'd either be him or Striker Lashley, and I kind of think they're fairly comparable, especially if you don't have a Ronda's jacket. Triple red Ronda's jacket. Lashley's pretty nasty. So yeah, I think Dexter's a great addition to the game. It's sort of where he fits in on my roster. I think he looks amazing. His move animations are great. Coach is solid. Just a really great freebie, right? Certainly worth spending your resources on, and somebody that's probably going to fill a lot of holes for people. I do think easily he's the best free striker we've got. I think he's going to supplant Honky Tonk Man in that regard, and he's just useful all around. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, as that really helps me out. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and good luck out there.